Nyjah. We got the lights today, honey. That means we mean business. Okay, so as you guys know, or maybe you don't know and you clicked on this video to learn about it, yesterday was the full moon in Taurus, November 12th, 2019, and I was gonna make a video on the day of, but you know, life happens. Also, the day before was 11/11, a very big portal opening where we were able to shoot your manifestation through to the ethers and, you know, receive confirmation or a divine message or divine downloads. So a lot was happening in the time span of just a little bit of time. So I really wanted to make a video. I was going to make a full moon guidance ritual video, but instead I decided to wait until after the full moon, you know, enjoy my full moon, enjoy my ceremony and everything like that, and then come to you guys and give you guys some things that you can do to help you manifest in this new moon cycle. And a really big thing that I did, because you guys know it is the Taurus full moon. Taurus is a earth sign, earth element, which means it rules material gain, wealth, finances, possessions, all that stuff. And yeah, it's just a really potent time to attract more abundance, attract more wealth, you know, do things like that, attract more money, attract a new job, anything like that that's going to help you to feel more secure. So I took the full moon in Taurus as an opportunity to create for myself a money jar or a prosperity jar. Now these are really popular, and it's actually right here. So these are really popular in a few different traditions. It's obviously popular in pagan or witchcraft community. It's also popular in the hoodoo traditions, having jars and things like that to help promote a manifestation. So that is what I did this full moon. And I feel like this is extremely potent. Woo, I just got the goosebumps. Okay, this was extremely potent for me, and I'm going to share with you guys what I put into it so that if you guys want to, you can create your own prosperity jar. It's the best time to do it. Also, usually you would want to do it on the full moon. Since we're still under that full moon energy, this is great because you guys know after the full moon it's a period of releasing. So yeah, it does kind of matter, or it's important when you do what work when. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys what I put in my jar, and then hopefully you guys will have enough information to make your own if you feel inspired, to help attract more money, more wealth, more abundance, and more opportunities to you. Okay, so what do I have in my jar? Something that I put in my jar, first and foremost, because I wanted this to be a prosperity or a money jar for myself, I did crystals. Okay, so the crystals that I decided to put in my jar, I have a couple of citrine crystals in here. I also have an aventurine crystal. So citrine crystal is really great for helping to amplify your manifestation and to bring your manifestation closer to you. And then the crystal aventurine is really great for increasing your luck. It is a green crystal, so obviously it has to do with the heart chakra, but more than that, it helps you attract money. It's green, you know, it has that money feel, that wealth abundance feel. Okay, so aventurine is really great for your luck. If you're saying I want really great luck at attracting money, I want it to be easier for me to attract money, go ahead and add some aventurine. And if you want to, you know, just amplify your manifestation power, if you want to, you know, really feel connected and feel, you know, if you really want to charge your jar with the manifestation of what you're trying to do, I highly suggest adding a citrine crystal. Okay, what else did I add in here? So you guys know it's all about money, it's all about luxury, it's all about abundance. So I put in a gold chain or a gold necklace, a 14-karat necklace that one of my dad gave to me, and I was like, okay, well, I'm really serious about attracting this money, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that into my jar. So I added a 14-karat gold necklace. Gold is a great conductor of energy. It is like one of the most valuable things, or one of the most valuable resources that we have. It's been used for centuries and centuries and centuries to trade and to barter, and you know, it's just a symbol of wealth and luxury and money. Okay, so I definitely made sure I put some gold in there. You can use any kind of gold. If you have a ring, if you have a necklace, anything you can throw in the jar. Okay, something else that I added was cinnamon. So I had some cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon is really great for attracting money, abundance, prosperity. It's also great to quicken your spell work or quicken whatever it is that you're trying to do. So like if you're trying to attract money to you and you want it to be quick, sometimes you will dress your candle with cinnamon, or sometimes you'll just, you know, incorporate cinnamon sticks into your work. So I had a few cinnamon sticks. I broke them up and put them into the jar, and then I also had ground cinnamon, the powder form, and I added that into my jar as well. Okay, so the next thing that I did, you guys, was I put in money. So this is obviously a great idea when you're working with a abundance jar or manifestation jar, because money, one, it's got metal in it, so obviously metal is a conductor of energy, but also money holds a frequency. So I put a dollar bill in here. I also put a penny, nickel, dime, and a quarter in here to represent all forms of currency. I am open to receiving all forms of currency. And then I also had a fake $100 bill. If you don't have your own to put into a jar, you can also just print off one off the internet. You could also use ancestor money if it says $100, and I put that in here as well, obviously to symbolize money. Okay, another thing that I put in here to symbolize luxury is a plane ticket. So I went traveling not too long ago, and I had a plane ticket from the place that I went. It was international, and I'm manifesting international travel into my life. So I had a leftover plane ticket. I went ahead and folded that up and put that into my jar as well. Okay, excellent way to symbolize luxury, wealth, travel. Perfect. Okay, another thing that I put in here was a picture of myself. This is completely up to you if you want to do that or not, but I always like to put some form of myself into the jar. So I did put a picture of myself. You can actually see it right there if it'll show you. Right there is the picture of myself. And then also I always like to add some form of my own personal DNA into the jar. You can use whatever you'd like. I always use my hair, my real hair, not my hair extensions. So I'll take a piece of my hair and I'll cut it out. Yeah, I'm always using my hair in my work, so I would not be surprised if, you know, I have an abundance of hair, so I'm not worried about having a scarcity of hair on my head. Okay, I've got an abundance. So what else have I done? Okay, so I had my plane ticket, the money, and I did a screenshot of the money that I wanted to receive. You guys, this is really awesome. I want to show you something real quick that you can do to help you manifest. This is called suggestive visualization, and this is something that I incorporated into the jar, but I want to show you real quick how I did it. Okay, so here's my phone. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. So I went into my banking app, okay? I have Bank of America. So I went into my banking app and I took a screenshot of all of my accounts, okay? So it has the balances of all my accounts. I'm just gonna show you this because there's nothing on the page, I don't think. So I blurred out, okay, I'll hold it like this. So I took a screenshot of my banking page. You guys do this too. Take a screenshot of your banking page where it has the balance of all the money that you have in your accounts. You're gonna use this app called Canva, C-A-N-V-A, Canva. And you're gonna blur out or use the block to block out all the numbers. So kind of blurring out all the numbers, right? And instead, go in and write the amount of money that you're trying to manifest. So in one of my accounts, it's living expenses. I want to manifest having $3,112 in my account. So if you can see, I erased all the old, let me see if it'll focus for you. Okay, there you go. I erased all the old amount of money that I had in my accounts, and I put in there what I want to see. So this is called suggestive visualization. So you can close your eyes and visualize what you want your accounts to be, but sometimes it's easier to physically see it in order to attract it to you. So doing this method of fabricating basically your bank account, making it say something that's not really there, tricking your mind into believing that what you say is in there is really in there, and then you just look at that picture every single day, and that's a way to kind of not hypnotize, but it's suggestive visualization. Now your subconscious mind is holding on to that idea of having that amount of money in your account, and you physically have seen it with your own eyes. Therefore, it is more possible for you to attract to yourself, if that makes sense. So I made that screenshot that you guys saw. I printed it out, I cut it out, and I folded it into my money jar as well. So I have all that in my money jar, and then Another thing that I added into my money jar was bay leaves. So I always like to write my intention on a bay leaf in permanent marker, and then you're gonna put that into your jar. And then the last thing that I put in my jar was sugar. So I use sugar. Some people like to use honey, but I use sugar because honey is kind of a slow moving energy. I want to, you know, attract money, attract the sweetness of money very quickly. I want to attract money in sweet ways, in ways that are, you know, pleasant and happy, and sugar is all about that feeling pleasant, sweet, happy. So yeah, I added sugar into my jar. I filled it up just enough so that I would be able to shake my jar without the crystals cracking the glass, because I actually have had that problem before, of putting all my ingredients inside, shaking the glass, and then the ingredients inside crack my glass. So be very careful of that. I think if you add enough sugar, that shouldn't happen, and then you can still shake it up without having to worry about your glass cracking. But yeah, that is what I made in my money jar. Now is the perfect time to create a money jar. So if you guys are seeing this and it's something that you're interested in, definitely create it. There's no wrong way to do it. You charge each item with your intention. So cleanse each item. I use Palo Santo. You can also use sound. If you have like a bell or something, just chime it over the items. After you cleanse the items, hold on to them, speak your intention over them, and then blow. Okay, blowing your intention into the item is a great way to have the item adapt to, you know, it's just good to give it a purpose. Don't just put the items into the jar, give it a purpose. So blow your intention over it to give it a purpose. And then what I did was, on the first night of me creating it, let me go get this one thing for you. Okay. So I bought a few green 7-day candles. You can just get these from the Dollar Tree. They're only $1. It's super, super, super cheap. My only problem with these though is sometimes the wick or the wax gets a little too, the wax kind of covers the wick and the wick goes out sometimes. That's the only problem with getting the cheaper version of these. But to anoint this candle, all I did was light it, and then I sprinkled some cinnamon in it to help to amplify the quickening of the activation of this jar. I set the jar on my, or I set the candle on my altar. I set the jar next to it, and then for the very first night, I let the candle burn all night long next to my jar to kind of charge my jar. And then after that first night, I carry this jar around with me. So if I'm going to the store, I'll put the jar in my purse. That's why it's kind of good to have a jar that's kind of not super huge. You can have a huge jar if you want to, but that would be something that you want to just leave on your altar. I liked the kind of, you know, normal size jar because it's big enough to, you know, shake it and really feel something solid in my hand. But also if I wanted to pop it in my purse or pop it in my backpack and carry it around with me, which I highly suggest because your energy is rubbing off on your item. So like if you want to sit it next to your wallet, that'd be a great thing to transfer that energy over into your wallet. Or if you're just like, you know, going through your day-to-day, keep it on you, keep it with you. And it also helps you to remember, I'm manifesting more money, I'm manifesting more abundance. It kind of helps you to put you in the mindset of, you know, I'm attracting right now, so I have to keep my energy up because I am in the process of attracting. So yeah, you guys, that was the little ritual I did for this full moon. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to leave it down in the comments. And then as always, do your regular work like setting intentions, releasing what you need to release, writing powerful petitions. Anything like that is fair game for this, you know, full moon season. We are going into the holidays very shortly, so I feel like it's a really great time to be manifesting more abundance and really showing gratitude for the abundance that you've been able to attract all throughout the year, because remembering all that abundance and all that money that you've attracted is going to help to fuel you to, you know, receive more and more and more abundance going into 2020. So I hope that makes sense. I was going to do a quick reading with you guys in today's video, but I think I will just save that for another video. But if you guys would like to see I guess a reading in my new moon and full moon ritual videos, just let me know and I'll go ahead and start doing that for you guys. I just wanted to make a quick video about this today so that you guys can get your jars started. Another side note, if you don't want to do a jar, you can also just do a plant and put all the ingredients into a plant pot and then like start to grow an actual plant. I've done that as well and it works just the same, but I just really love the idea of having a jar with me. You can really fill it up with a lot of intention, and just seeing all the luxurious items in there, like the money, the dollars, my hair wound up in there, the gold, you know, it really does put you in a mindset. So it's all about your mindset, it's all about your frequency. I really hope that this video was helpful, you guys. If it was, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I will see you in my next video, and as always, I love you.